Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to RambleCast and Friends Yaks Over E3. Two press conferences down, and now we are getting into the yet another publisher one. So we are going to be talking over the E3 press conference, which is estimated to be about an hour. It's going to be starting in a couple of minutes. So my name is Parallax Abstraction. I'm joined once again by RambleCast host Chris Cesarano.
Hey!
And we are also joined now by a guy I haven't had the pleasure of speaking to in a while, but he was on the RambleCast a while ago, if you're a long-time listener. Sean Clouser, welcome back, sir.
Hey, thanks for having me.
He also has an adorable baby beside him that may occasionally chime in with predictions as well, so that's all good.
Yeah, special guest baby.
Yeah, it's all good. So
I'll let you know when she takes a huge dump.
Oh, fair enough.
It's gonna coincide with something that EA says and announces.
Yeah.
Need for Speed.
Sorry.
So yeah, if you guys want to follow along in the chat, we are using the Twitch stream once again. If you want to sort of watch along in real time with us, that is twitch.tv/EA. I don't know, the YouTube player has been crashing for me, so this one seems to be working better, so we'll be doing that. Once again, once the stream gets started, if the audio levels are off or whatever, just holler in the chat and I will tweak. But yeah, so EA, this is the one that is going to be interesting. It's only about an hour long. It's going to be, I'm pretty sure, the majority software, probably another... I think they won't talk about EA Access much, because they already did that at the Microsoft conference. But I'm curious what we're going to see here today. I don't have a lot... Like, we started this very close to when the conference started, because I don't really know what we've got in terms of predictions. I mean, we know stuff is coming, like a new Need for Speed, and they're going to show some Battlefront, I imagine. Don't really know what else.
Sounds like they're getting started.
No, maybe.
Star Wars Battlefront, Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I'm hoping for a
Mirror's
Dead
Edge
Space 3 HD collection.
Which HD collection?
I'm hoping for a Dead Space HD collection.
I'd actually, you know what I'd actually like is a remastered Mass Effect trilogy for new consoles. I'd play that series again on with updated graphics. Actually,
I probably would.
You know what? Has anyone spoken about whether they're going to show Mass Effect 4 or not?
It has not been mentioned. That would be nice.
It would make sense.
Mass Effect would be nice. Baby.
See, the baby's excited for Mass Effect. I mean,
Mass Effect.
Baby approved.
Yep. Totally. No, I'm
baby
curious. Yeah, the
chef.
Mass Effect would be cool. Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I mean, anything more Mirror's Edge, I am way up on.
Someone linked a Mirror's Edge Catalyst gameplay this morning on Reddit.
Did they?
And yeah, it was like a live action thing, and then they put some effects on it that made it look a little bit video gamey. And
so was
I don't know. I sat there for a second thinking, like, is this really the game or not? I can't tell. And then it was obvious later that it was, but it was really, really well done. I'll have to link to it.
You were trolled.
Find it. Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys find any cool links or whatever, feel free to drop them in the Twitch chat there, and people can take a look as well.
I'm gonna link the E3 recap. This is a great website to see any gameplay trailers. This guy breaks down everything and re-uploads it, and so gameplay trailers and announcement trailers, reveal trailers. He's got just about everything up here, I believe. So
that's very cool. I'm going to be interested to check that out. Oh, your Days of Our Lives.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't actually know that.
Oh wow, yeah, I wasn't aware either.
That's awesome. Oh wow, this website is cool.
Yeah, it's great. He's doing a great job with it.
Oh, here we go. Countdown. Here we go, guys. Bring the electronic art, please. Western music?
I know this song.
What is this?
An old cowboy went riding out one dark and
It is pretty.
day. Up on a ridge he
I know this song.
It's
in like
Johnny
the
Cash. Is this Mass Effect? No.
that big creature begs it. Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah, it's his Mass Effect, dude.
Oh god, yes.
Yup.
This is very different from Mass Effect. Oh yeah, there's the ARM computer. Oh yes. Please be more than this teaser. Oh, they brought the Mako back.
Hell
they've
yeah,
been
they
working on
did.
that. Yeah, pre-play Battlefield MOBA.
A good Mako. Hopefully.
Mass Effect MOBA? By the way, that's our running joke, is that everything's a MOBA.
It's MOBA, yeah. I think that's everyone's like internal personal joke too.
No, it's the new one.
And-
Mass Effect Andromeda.
That's the name. Oh, nice.
2016? Oh man, that's so far
Holiday,
away.
yeah.
Are you surprised?
No.
Really?
Effect Andromeda from our storytellers at BioWare. Welcome everyone to our show here at Shrine Expo Hall in Los Angeles. Thanks to those of you watching on our live stream, and thanks to our audience here with us today. We're joined by players from our community, journalists from around the world, and our colleagues and partners from our great industry. This year, we're also excited to be hosting more than 300
That's kind of them to say
high school
journalists.
and university students from across Greater Los Angeles.
University students? Interesting.
Oh yeah. Probably from
Welcome.
DeVry and stuff.
I hope we can inspire and entertain you with what you see here today. This is going to be an
Stop it,
action-packed
Chris
show,
LTD. That
chock
will not
full
be a
of new
MOBA.
games
I forbid
you'll be
it.
able to play either this year or next. Play. Let's talk about that for just a moment. It's a simple idea. We think the world is a better place when we all make time to play. For us at EA, our passion for play is what inspires us to get up in the morning. It's what
Her
focuses
passion
us.
for money, a play.
We live to play, and it drives us to do our very best to create the next amazing experience. To immerse you in new worlds, to imagine new characters that will draw on your emotions, to transport you into adventures that capture your imagination. Play is our shared passion. It's what connects us with all of you. So here we go. We've got more than a dozen new experiences to share, and here's a little taste. Over the next few minutes, you'll see 3 original IPs, including one that I promise is unlike anything you're expecting.
That's the
Later,
MOBA.
we have a special guest, a living
Stop it!
legend from the world of sport. And
3
how
original
about Mirror's
IPs?
Edge?
Curious?
Faith is back, and we have the exclusive first look. And of course,
They just killed off their other MOBA that they're working on, Dawngate.
Yes, they did.
and of
Yeah.
course, Star Wars. It's the year.
The new Xbox controller is $150.
That's fucking
The what?
mental. That new
you
Elite
serious?
controller. That
Oh,
thing
that
looked
sucks,
amazing,
man.
but I am not paying $150 for that. No.
I need a
PC,
second
and mobile.
controller.
We
I was
have
gonna
news
get
on
one,
each
but
of them today, including,
That's
of
insane.
course, our grand finale, Star Wars Battlefront.
Battlefront's the finale. Interesting.
Star Wars.
I'll leave you with a couple
Not
of
exactly
final
surprised
thoughts.
they wait that long.
Putting
They told
players
that
first
one.
continues
I'm
to be our
cautious
focus
on
at
that one.
Electronic Arts. It's a commitment
Yeah.
that inspires everything that you're going to see here today. More games to play brought to life by our talented teams pioneering new ideas with cutting-edge new technology. More ways to play driven by what we learn each day through our conversations with you. Thank you. You make us better.
Okay.
No, thank you. Let's get into the action.
No, thank you,
As someone
please.
who loves cars, I can tell you this next game is stunning. But enough from me.
Okay.
Let's check out the return.
This is where I would be checking my phone.
Well, let's see.
Baby just took a dump.
push you to the edge. And around here, they will inspire you.
Oh, baby.
Son, style
I am curious if people were saying that this new Need for Speed looks more like a Need for Speed Underground kind of thing, which that would interest me.
always push the limit.
If it was called Need for Speed Burnout Edition, then I'd be interested.
Only ride with it.
That was the last Hot Pursuit
All
game.
do it for the reputation. How you drive, it's up to you.
Yeah, the Underground games are kind of cool, but Need for Speed hasn't really floated my boat for a while, but I'm curious. They're also saying this was captured in engine, but this is the same thing as that Battlefront trailer. They're like, yeah, it was captured in the game engine, but you'll never play it looking like this.
How will they remember you?
I'm wondering, is that the voice actor for Cole McGrath?
Might be. I don't know who played him.
Looks like a very first Fast and Furious.
By some of the most,
not surprising.
Games in the series. From
That's what their movie tried to be.
To the world
I'm open to it.
From the narrative style of Most Wanted
I like
to the innovation and visuals.
There's so much potential there for doing street races and multiplayer stuff. And I don't know, man. Hard games.
So, welcome to Ventura Bay, home to 5 real-world icons who are the
heroes. If this does play like Underground, I would be interested.
Build reputation and earn their respect on your journey to become the ultimate icon. From dusk to dawn, discover a rich open-world environment that's roughly twice the size of Rivals and drive a sweeping hillside roads to the police-infested
a car MOBA, I would be interested to see what they would do with a car MOBA.
I call that innovation. That's what I call that.
The visual leap forward, thanks to Frostbite's physically-based rendering, will make you
Baby thinks it's funny too.
Whether it's real or in-game.
Car MOBA.
From the realistic world to the iconic cars. But how do you make it your own? By delivering the richest customization ever seen in a Need for Speed game. Your ride is built with the hottest authentic aftermarket brands, performance tuning, and personalized car handling. This is the customization our fans have been asking for. And when you're behind the wheel, we're bringing you a new kind of narrative that will pull you through your experience. Built around our icons are 5 action-packed, overlapping stories where every choice, every second, every minute propels your progression through our 5 ways to play.
Also, it does have...
First, with speed. Fully committed.
It does have apparently a story in it, and the Need for Speed stories are so hilariously dumb that that could actually be kind of cool.
I love how they have the little notification where it's telling you it's like... By the way, in case you're getting bored, up next is Star Wars The Old Republic. Okay,
don't like cars? Yeah, our MMO that you also don't care about is coming up next. Actually, I shouldn't say that. Old Republic actually is apparently doing very well since it went free to play. So
all combined to create that perfect.
But in case that doesn't convince you, in 50 minutes, Battlefront. It's like, oh yeah.
You got enough time to go have lunch if you and come back and still get Battlefront.
You specialize or you switch between them to become the ultimate icon.
This is a lot of speaking and not a lot of gameplay.
You'll earn the respect and the recognition you deserve.
Which is I just want to see
the I want to see the customization because that's what's going to set it apart.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. I think.
Hey yo.
Guess he just wants a pre-alpha.
Oh yes, FMV.
4 hours just to fit one wide body flare.
I can do FMV game like this.
An unartistic mind.
Stupid FMV story. Perfect. I love that.
The knock I saw, every panel was a single brushstroke. It was a masterpiece.
Precisely why I'm worried he'll never come.
Don't worry. They'll come.
They always come.
they always arrive.
Pardon me.
Oh, dubstep. Hey, oh, it's a BRZ.
There had to be dubstep at some point.
I thought dubstep was largely over. Okay, if this is an engine, this does look cool.
I think now it is. They call it pre-alpha though. That's kind of the funny thing.
Yeah, this probably is an engine. If this is actually how the UI works, that's pretty cool. That's very slick. Customizable wub. That guy's phone has 5G.
That's some impressive phone technology.
Yeah.
A paint job is just that easy and quick.
This is very, well, sort of Forza-y, except in Forza you can go bazungas with customizing those paint jobs.
Yo, guys, some big names in town.
That is barely a Subaru BRZ anymore.
Manu just asked to meet up.
ultimate shred, man. Seriously, this is gonna be off the hook.
Wow, that's in game. That looks pretty good.
Made it! Awesome! Get in here.
The whole game.
Drift attack started.
What are we waiting
Interesting.
I like that almost holographic looking gauge thing. Oh, rep, so it's got like kudos points, kind of like Project Gotham. That interests me a lot.
Damn it, cops. Pull over.
Okay, I don't know if that was because there were cops behind or what, but that might actually be very, very, very distracting.
Yeah, maybe. Wait, fine?
We're gonna get locked in.
Who do you have to pay the fine to? I'm
got
sorry,
your license
officer.
plate,
Here's
man.
my $680. Oh, I guess it's your...
The lighting is really nice.
Oh, hey, there's an in-game Twitter, but that's the other thing lately. 2015 is the year of the in-game social media.
That way, 10 years from now, when Twitter is no longer around, we can date
only
ourselves
hope.
further.
This does look really nice, and that is video. Driving games love their video game rain. This is some good-looking video game rain.
Epic run. Everybody's talking about you. Consider yourself noticed. We'll be in touch.
Was that?
Maybe.
What's his name? And now our free-to-play MMO.
Star Wars The Old Republic offers RPG gamers the chance to step into the center of their own Star Wars saga. So if you love Star Wars and want a deep experience, then start playing now and get ready, because something new is on the way. Our fans have told us exactly what they want in the future. More story. BioWare-style story, with a player-driven arc where choices matter.
If you played Old Republic for the story, it was actually pretty good.
Today,
There's apparently
I'm
like a lot of
proud
good
to
stuff
announce
to
that we are
learn
taking
in there.
Star Wars The Old Republic back
Yeah,
to the
evidently,
roots of
it's like they wanted to make
BioWare-style
another Knights of the Old
storytelling, with the
Republic, but
release
had
of
to
our
make an
new
MMO
expansion,
instead.
Yeah,
Knights
kind
of
of.
the Fallen Empire. This is your story, your way, and it's coming October
It just can't
27,
do
2015.
MMOs.
Knights of
me
the Fallen
neither.
Empire puts you in the center of
What
the battle.
time I do
against a
have, there's
dangerous
too many
enemy
other new
faction.
games for me to play.
You will choose your path.
Yeah, if
You
I remember
will
sitting there
join
going
or
like,
betray
you're
companions old
arbitrarily
and new,
wasting my time,
and
then
you will make choices that will shape the fate
not
of the
fun.
entire galaxy, as well as your own.
But a lot of people
The
play
expansion
this, so
will
I'm
deliver
sure
on
there
the
are a lot of
hallmarks
people
of
who
what
are
makes
very
a great
interested in this.
BioWare
It's
game.
just not me.
New worlds to explore, new companions to recruit, and a dynamic story that players will be
Female
able to shape
Darth
based
Maul.
on the choices they make. And in appreciation of our players'
pretty
support
cool.
over the years,
Is that what
Knights
she's
of the
supposed to
Fallen
be? I
Empire
thought she was
will
going to be one of
free
the
to
things that
all
was
of
the
our
dancer in Jabba's
subscribers.
palace.
I'll leave you with the
Twi'lek?
first
Yeah, she
look
does-
Is that what
at
that
the
is?
She looked
story
like that.
of Knights of the Fallen Empire. Thank you. I made
She
a
got the
force
face
be with
makeup,
you.
though.
My friend got real into this game, or not real into it, but he played through it, and he
Chris
said that as it went on,
If he is willing to
it
sacrifice.
got worse and worse and worse in terms of stories and stuff. Like the first couple dungeons were the best ones.
They front-loaded it.
Yeah.
That's
Chris
too bad.
LTD points out very well, actually, the new movie coming out, there are going to be people wanting as much Star Wars content as they can grab, and
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
oh god, it looks like the Force Unleashed guy as a kid.
You're not wrong about that.
Nothing says standout character design like bald head.
Sparhawk Matrix twins had a haircut. True. Space Samurai.
So what, one was trained to be Sith, one was trained to be Jedi?
I don't know. Kind of seems that way. But why are they working together?
Yeah.
Ow.
Oh, that's
Dude, you got a little...
one super powerful. He betrayed his brother.
Wow, hey, yeah.
nice looking trailer, if nothing else.
Wait a minute, is this going to be something like this is where the foundations of the Rebel Alliance versus the Empire are laid?
Maybe? No, there we go. Huh. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, they sold me a movie, that's for sure.
I love those Blur trailers.
That's a massive new expansion from BioWare, and the first Star Wars game we will show you today. Star Wars Battlefront comes a little later, but there's a lot more to get to first. Across EA Studios, we are all creators. It's a role we take very seriously to imagine, build, and deliver the experiences that will inspire and amaze all of you as players. For us, players first take on a very special meaning. It all starts with gameplay. Whether it's a blockbuster franchise or something entirely fresh and new, it all comes back to how well it actually plays. But it's not just up to us. We need your input as well. We're listening to you, your feedback every day. We're hosting more community members in our studios, bringing you in to meet with our development
upcoming game next.
This year will hold more
which means this might be a new IP.
They said there was 3 of them.
Games before launch. We want your feedback to help shape the experiences that we create. The direct conversation we have with you is where we can come together as players and game makers. The shared passion we have for play drives creativity in all our games, including the next 2 original IPs we're about to show you. The first one is unlike anything else you'll see here today. A year ago, I went to see this group called Coldwood in northern Sweden. The moment I saw the game they're making, I knew we had to bring it to all of you. It's an experience
I just had to have it.
Emotional and deeply creative, centered on a tiny character with a huge heart. This is Unravel.
So using some strategic business methods, I nearly bankrupted their studio, then bought them for pennies.
Oh, how distrustful we still are of EA.
Can't imagine why.
It's a yarn kitty.
Yeah.
Is Yarn Yoshi going to have some competition?
That would make my girlfriend very happy.
Hello, everyone. My name is Martin Salin, and that is Yarny. And I'm going to tell you all about that in a moment, but let me first just say that it feels so great to be here on this stage. I'm just so happy to finally be here and get to show you all this game that we made, this little thing called Unravel. I'm the creative director at Coldwood. We're a little studio made up of 14 people from Umeå in northern Sweden. And I think that games are really powerful things. They have the ability to grab you and move you in a way that few other art forms can. And that gives us as game makers a certain responsibility, I think. We should try to do more than to just entertain. And Unravel was created in that spirit. It was born out of the need to make something more personal, something with a heart. It's a puzzle platformer where you play as a little character made of yarn, which unravels as you move. And the yarn, it represents love and the bonds that we make. And it unravels because that's what happens when we're separated from what we love. In this game, you are the red thread that runs through someone's life.
Platformer these days, or are they all puzzle platformers?
Now, I made most of this design while I was on a camping trip with my family, way out in the countryside. I was so full of ideas, but I didn't have a lot of tools to work with out there, so I figured I could just kind of like act out the gameplay. And that's how Yarny came to be. And I actually brought him with me.
Whoa, that guy has a neat hand tattoo.
No. I created this little doll with some old metal wires that I found and some yarn that I managed to borrow, and then I just
He's a tiny indie dev who probably has never done something like this before in his life.
Yeah, his hands are shaking like...
Yeah. He's doing pretty well, though.
To feel just
he's
like
not
that
stumbling.
Too. Like it's an exploration. It's a quest where you have to be clever and creative to find the proper path. And the game is centered on Yarny. This little character was on a big journey and accomplishing big things despite being so small. The gameplay is all physics-based. You have to find the way forward and overcome all these obstacles that you'll come across. And those problems can have simple solutions, like using your yarn to swing across a gap, or sometimes things might get more complex. So when you look back at that tangled and winding weave of yarn left behind you, you have to stop and wonder how you ever got there. It's kind of like life. I mean, I certainly didn't see myself standing here today back when I was playing with Yarny out in the woods 2 summers ago, but here I am, and I am really, really glad that I finally get to share this game with you all. On Unravel...
The emphasis on the
Thank you.
Like the outdoorsiness, I guess. It makes me think.
We put our hearts into this, and we hope that when you play it, you will feel that. So, thank you.
And the fact that it looks like you have a very limited amount of yarn you can solve these puzzles with. Like you've got to,
Here we go.
This is an engine, I think, given the way that yarn is moving.
No, it's just really, really good stop motion.
Oh, okay, and you can reclaim it by going back.
Yeah. Yeah, kill that thing. Let it drop to its death.
This game is really limbo, too.
Yeah, it does have that feel. Just wait for him to start making a noose out of that yarn, and it'll be limbo.
Whoa.
That's pretty cool.
This is pretty neat.
I think your daughter is interested in this, Sean.
She's talking up the storm right now.
Oh, now she's crying up a storm.
What do you think?
Yarn is cool. That looks really neat.
It does.
That looks really neat. I'm very curious. Now, this is more PvZ2, I assume. Yep. I still think this is a very weird song to use with this game.
They didn't give a release window for Unravel, did they?
No, no date. Not even platforms, actually. I'm sure it's going to be out for...
It's not going to be on Vita. They've ditched Vita.
No. I'd be amazed if Vita even gets talked about at Sony's show tonight.
How much money do you think that outfit cost?
You gotta go. My turn. My turn. You can't take zombies anywhere. Go big. Go crazy. Have fun. This is Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2.
We already know.
When we released Garden Warfare in 2014, it quickly became a runaway hit. From people like me who play the game with their kids, to the most competitive of gamers. Over 6 million players fell in love with this shooter that doesn't take itself too seriously. Now, in Garden Warfare 2, Dr. Zomboss, the evil genius leader of the zombies, has finally discovered a way to turn the tide of battle and take suburbia from the plants. We put you in an all-new world where, for the first time in franchise history, the plants are on the attack. Now, joining you in this new world are 6
tweeted the
crazy
photo
new
of
character classes
Yarny and
from
just
the
said, "That's a
past,
weird-looking
the
amiibo."
present, and the future. Each armed with outrageous weapons and abilities that will introduce a new strategic layer of depth to your battles. Now, here to give you your very first look with a live gameplay demo, producer Kyle Duncan, creative director Justin Weeb, and members of the Garden Warfare 2 development team. Guys?
Hello, and welcome to Z-Tech Industries. Today we're getting our first look at a brand new map, Zomboss Factory, built by Dr. Zomboss as part of his ongoing war effort to create Zomburbia. Today is not going to be an ordinary day.
Yeah, you're playing the invading force.
Well, in the original Garden Warfare, you could play either side. Oh, you mean the plants are the invading force?
Yeah.
You're kind of, yeah.
It's time to defend the factory. We're going to live gameplay of our new 4-player zombie co-op mode, Graveyard Ops. Our first new class is the Imp.
4-player co-op. I mean, there kind of was that in the original game, I suppose.
A single player?
Yeah, no, it wasn't single player. That one of the online modes you could play was kind of a horde mode defense thing. There was competitive as well, but yeah, this is wave-based stuff. So this is like the last one. It was a good mode though. I liked it.
The Imp is the smallest, fastest, and possibly craziest zombie in the game.
He's like a friggin' Covenant grunt.
Get on it, Bungie. Well, not Bungie anymore. 343.
Whoa. Oh, I like these moves. That's cool. This game, the first Garden Warfare had a rather stunning amount of personality to it. It was, and it was really fun in spots. Looks like they're keeping that together here.
Actually, this is kind of making me want an Invader Zim video game. I'm seeing as they're actually bringing it back in comic book form. Hadouken!
Yeah, no kidding.
This is Captain Deadbeard, the zombie's first sniper class.
And he can
Look at detonate.
Put himself in a barrel and set it to explode. Alright. Yeah, okay, they brought this back. This is basically a slots thing that determines random modifiers on the next wave.
So we got Yoga Flame, Yoga Flame, and Yoga Flames.
Yeah.
I don't know what else they could do, really.
Looks like
Did you get to play the original Garden Warfare, Sean?
Yeah. I mean, I got it on PS4. They gave it away for free one day, and I played it on PC, like on like an EA like 48-hour trial thing too.
This is a surprisingly good game. It's a game that looked like a really dumb soulless cash-in, but it was actually really fun.
Yeah, it was really good. I wish some of my friends got into it, because I would have probably played it with them, but...
Yeah, there's still a decent community for it on PS4. The last time I played it, there was still a good chunk of people.
Awesome teamwork, everyone. It's time to evacuate.
I think this game sold better than I thought it did. I thought it didn't do well at all, but did enough for them.
I'm not sure how. Yeah, I'm not sure how it did on PC, but I know it seemed like it did pretty well on Xbox One, because it came out whenever everyone was really itching for something to play, and it was like before Titanfall, if I remember correctly. I can't remember, but it was a headliner for that system, and it was like really the best game out for a while. So did that nervous guy walk away? Did that nervous guy make it off stage okay?
Yeah, he did fine. He actually did quite well. And yeah, that game, Unravel, looks really cool.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Eject! Eject!
I actually hope there's co-op in it. That's a game my girlfriend would probably play with me.
Seems like it would do well with some co-op in there.
It would, yeah. Might be tricky though with the puzzliness of it.
Great job, zombies.
I don't think that eject thing is going to exist in the actual game.
Awesome job, guys.
Or yeah, if it does, it's going to be like a match ending move.
So Graveyard Ops, our zombie co-op mode we just saw, was our #1 most fan-requested feature. Now, a close second was the ability to play the game single player. Now, in Garden Warfare 2, you can play multiplayer with or against your friends. And for the very first time, we are introducing a unique solo play experience, where you can play every single game mode by yourself against AI, or with the help of a friend via local split screen. This, combined with other surprises, will offer a new twist in how you experience this universe.
No, now, I think it is worthwhile noting local split screen.
Garden Warfare 2.
We're finally getting back to what gaming was.
We're giving all players of the original
Garden Warfare the
ability to transfer almost all of their unlocked characters directly into Garden Warfare 2 right from launch. We think this is an awesome way to kickstart this all-new adventure with your favorite plants and zombies. Now, Garden Warfare 2 will launch in spring 2016, but this is just the beginning. We feel that if you invest your time in our game, that we should invest in you with free content updates. We will continue to deliver free content updates long after launch to ensure that Zomburbia stays action-packed.
I would hope so, man, because the price point on their first Garden Warfare was $40 out the gate, which is
and most of all
kind of
fun to play.
It was a barrier that,
it's
too high for me to
get your hands on this all-new Plants vs. Zombies game. So thank you, and I'll see you in Zomburbia.
Free content updates. I mean, if that means that they're just going to make all DLC for the game free, that would be cool, though they didn't explicitly say that either.
Yeah, I mean, I assume that's what it is. Like, free content update. They charge a premium up front. It's like you're buying a season pass without buying one. They just, that's why the first one was so free.
Yeah. My circle of Twitter is really loving Unravel, but then thinks Garden Warfare 2 is all corporate. It's very interesting, very different from some of what we think. Yeah, it looks fun enough. I mean, it also looks. I mean,
it does seem like more of the same, just a little different.
I mean, people also did think that, like, that's why I didn't pay much attention to the first Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, because people thought that was kind of corporate cash-in too, and I don't even like Plants vs. Zombies that much, which is why I ignored it, but it turned out to be really good in the end.
Not in this league.
Yeah, I thought that was the general consensus from the start, was that it was freaking awesome, you know?
So ask yourself, what makes a team great?
Oh yeah, I forgot this is EA, so there'll be lots of sports.
Yeah, they warned you. They said EA Sports coming up.
Is it doing whatever it takes to win?
It's fine.
Not for yourself, but for the man next to you. That's what separates us from them.
I'm fine watching fake hockey.
It's been a long, hard season.
It looks like pretty good-looking fake hockey.
One more shot. Play the next 20 minutes for each other and leave the ice as champions.
Do they allow co-op against AI in any of these sports games? I know they don't for FIFA, and that's what keeps me and my friends from buying them.
I don't know. They did once with NHL, I think, but I don't know if they still do.
Yeah, I think the last one I bought was 14 because it had a Philadelphia Flyer guy on the cover, called Giroux, who is no longer with the Flyers. But otherwise, and I played that a little bit. Enjoyed myself, but
is at the heart of
these
hockey,
games are complicated.
And this year, it's at the heart of NHL 16.
Funny.
And nowhere is that more true than in our all-new EA Sports Hockey League for the ultimate in-team competition. This year, we spent more time listening and working with fans than ever before. And that feedback is helping us create innovation throughout
play with your
NHL
friend
16.
online in a tournament.
Today,
I'd
like to talk about great things happening across EA Sports. So let's keep going with that theme of innovation.
I just can't believe they're not doing that
stuff. On July the 14th, Rory
games,
McIlroy PGA Tour launches as the first EA Sports game built using our Frostbite engine, opening up the golf experience.
Their golf game is Rory
McIlroy. With the ability to stream full courses, players will truly be able to play the ball as it lies, no matter where it lands. Plus, no load times between holes shaves up to 15 minutes off your round. We've got stunning real-world courses and epic fantasy experiences. I mean, look at that.
A sports game in Frostbite is very interesting.
This is golf without limits.
I'm glad they're using the Frostbite engine.
Is where you
the Frostbite
build,
engine
manage,
is
and play with your
phenomenal.
personal dream team. It connects our games to the heartbeat of sport throughout the season and beyond. We're constantly feeding Ultimate Teams with new content, so every time you jump in, it feels
other than
fresh.
talking about, you know, the graphical innovations and some of the other stuff, I guess there's not a lot they really need to say. They're like, look, you know these sports, right? Well, yeah.
Well, usually even some of the smaller advances can make a big difference, and these will be the first that had a full development cycle on the next-gen platforms, I think.
And we want you
So
to
these
get
will
the
probably
most
be
out
the
of your
best
game.
ones
So
for
this
Xbox
year,
One
we're
and
gonna make
PS4.
you a better player. If you are new to EA Sports, we want to get you in the game. If you're a veteran player, we want to take your skills to the next level. New modes in FIFA and NHL give you contextual feedback on how to make better crosses or how to snipe that perfect wrist shot. And here, in Madden NFL, we've got training right in the game. There's even on-screen help to get you the skills and game knowledge to get right in. So, let's move on to our next big game. Here is NBA Live executive producer, Sean O'Brien.
This is the year we're going to get an NBA game right. We swear.
The last one was
Basketball is a game of self-expression.
really bad looking.
NBA superstars constantly amaze me with their flair, both on and off the court.
It's amazing
Now
how
check
EA
out
has
that
continued
outfit.
to flub basketball.
And you know what? NBA Live 16 is rooted in self-expression. This comes to life in both how you look
I don't
and
know.
how you play.
I've never
So
been
that
big
your
into
entire
basketball, so
in-game journey
not
is all
really interested in the
about
sport
you. And
as a
it's
video
made
game either.
possible through a feature set requested by
I'm
basketball
sort of
video
interested
game
in
players
hockey, and that's kind
because
of
we
it
make
for
it a
me.
priority to listen to you. And
Oh,
what you
you're
see
kidding.
today is a direct result of that.
Sorry.
I was going to say, I
It
try
starts with
to get into
self-expression
NBA
off the court with a
last
brand new app that
month,
features our
14 around.
exclusive GameFace
And,
HD scanning tech.
I just
And I want
couldn't-
to show you just how
couldn't
easy
do it.
it
I
is to use and how
tried. It
good
was
you're going to
hard.
look in game. Now we've got our NBA Live
So I sold
community
it.
manager, the Hoop God, here to help you. Come on up here, Hoop God. Where are you?
The
There
NBA
you are.
Hoop God.
All right.
What's up, Hoop? How you doing, man?
All right.
I see LA's been good to you.
Oh, really?
Light work.
All right. All right, Hoop God. So let's show them how to do this. Here you go.
Really
Here's the app.
calling him Hoop
I'll
God?
hold your hat for you.
Who is he?
There.
He's their
I don't know.
He's trying to
NBA
fill
Live
his
community
face in this
manager.
circle right there. Press
Oh,
the camera
are they going to
guy.
make their
That's
face
right. Slowly to
recognition
the
tech
right,
actually work this time?
back to the middle, and now
Looks
to
like
the
he's
left.
capturing it off his phone, which is interesting.
And that's it. So what's happening right now, the app is actually generating a scan. It takes about 5 seconds.
Does it look like a horrible
It's
radiation?
going to generate a
mutant like it did
preview for
before?
us. Oh, it's ready. Here we go. Let's take a look.
Damn, that looks just
Pretty good.
like me.
There we go.
Oh, whoa. You're going to fix the bald spot.
I'm not
Yeah,
going
we'll
to
take
trust
care of that
this
in game. Don't
still.
worry about it. We got you.
It's never worked.
NBA Live
ever.
16 hits the streets September 29th.
Because they could have just had
and
that
this app will be
pre-rendered. You
available
don't know.
before the game launches.
So, get ready to get yourself fresh, people just like me, the Hoop God.
All right, Hoop God. Thanks for your help.
Oh, that
Get
hurt.
out of here. So in just a few minutes, the HD
He's
scan
speaking to
brings you to
the
life
people
in the
that I
game,
guess
just
care
like
about
the NBA
basketball.
stars.
I know,
Hoop God
but
scanned himself
still.
last week.
Do those
so we can
people
all
really
see what
tune
he
into
looks like
E3
in-game.
for?
At the Hoop
Hour,
GAWD,
If
like,
you've ever
really?
wanted to be in a video game, trust me, GameFace HD is the easiest and best way to get it done, and you'll only find it in NBA Live.
That looked
Now,
really
once you're in
awkward.
game,
The player
you'll
was
be
like,
able to express yourself any way you choose. As you progress, you'll use global XP earned from across the entire game to up your swag and improve your skill set.
Up
Now
your
let's take a look
swag.
at self-expression on the court.
They're using the
We
kind
are
of lingo I
laser
would
focused on
expect out
giving you
of
unparalleled
sports
control
games,
and
honestly.
best-in-class animation fidelity. First, we spent 2 years building a physics-based player movement system called Live Motion. Now, using an innovative approach to motion capture, we've literally created thousands of new animations. And paired with runtime physics, this results in contextual, free-flowing movement, like what you'd expect to see on the basketball court. Now, this dynamic nature of live motion keeps you in control of your player's movement. You won't
Now,
feel
this
like you're
is
stuck in
where
a
they're
scripted
taking
animation.
a lot more
This
time
will
than I
truly
expected. They're
free
trying
your
to
game.
showcase
Second,
the. I mean, and that's the thing.
completely
A
They're
lot of
trying to
these-
prove that NBA
will allow you to
Live is
distribute the
actually not
ball
going to be a hot
exactly
train
when
wreck for
and
once.
where you want with touch passing
Sure.
and dribble handoffs.
This is
gives you
usually where
never
there's a
seen
lot of
before
like
options to move the
amazing
ball around the perimeter.
like technological advances for game. Like, I mean, think about like all the stuff that they're simulating here.
Oh yeah, the animations are everything.
And in these situations,
yeah, it's
NBA
like
Live 16 gives you the
what
type
makes
of
the
control
game
you've been
make
asking
it
for.
not look like a video game.
Screen and
You know,
rescreen.
it's just how
Choose whether
fluid
the
the animations are, and
rolls, pops, or
that's
slips.
everything.
Because that's the thing, is, yeah, like, this is where they're aiming for true photorealism is in games like this, because they're supposed to replicate the real experience as much as possible.
Also told us that
and that's where it's like, I'm going to be honest, I am at least very impressed by that, and I want to give them props for that. I think people really...
You haven't even seen gameplay, dude. This is a bunch of fucking shortcuts. I mean, it looks nice, but like, until you see it in game, you see a guy dribbling, and then you see him go from a dribble to a jump shot, and
situations all over the court.
And, you know,
we've never had this
I just want to see it in
gameplay
game,
control before.
and like,
so for those of you at E3, please come by
there's
and
that
check it out.
usual like that
really
little judder of
have to feel
frames
it to
in
know
between
just how
like
much
dribbling
these new
to go into a
controls
shot
change
to
the game.
deciding to pass it,
And later
that's
this summer,
what
we're
breaks
going to be
it for
revealing
me.
a new game mode. And let's just say we're committed
So I
to
just play double
delivering a
dribble on the
reliable
NES.
and stable place to play basketball
Double
online
dribble.
with your friends.
NBA should be XCOM style,
Now let's take
where
a
you
look at
name
a
each
trailer
player after
featuring
your
footage
friend, and then they're
captured
randomly
entirely
killed
from
by an
in-game.
alien in the audience.
Yeah, random player gets killed if you lose the game.
Captured in game, but still cut and edited to look nice and beautiful.
If the game actually played like this, it would be impossible.
I wonder if you could do an NBA game like XCOM, like turn-based, like with action points and shit.
That's kind of what Sparhawk was saying, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be kind of all right. You could kind of do any sports game like that, really. Turn it into a like sports tactics.
Oh, there was you ever heard of the game Frozen Synapse?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Heard of it, don't think I played it.
They
Let's run this back.
that guy made a game that was like a futuristic football, like sports, you know, like robo-ball type of game that was based off the same kind of tactical commands where you map out what you're going to do and then you hit play and see everything happen at once.
It's the single biggest gaming platform in the
Let's
world.
talk about mobile. Oh, must we?
Is staggering.
Polygon writes an article about how horrible it is the first woman comes out on an EA stage and it's about mobile games.
Across our consumers. That's 2 million times a day in more than 235
And the thing is, it's not just that mobile games don't interest me, it's the fact that EA is among the scummiest of mobile game developers in terms of making shitty free-to-play
And
games.
we're always making our games more exciting.
Yeah, they
With
really
Need for
fucked
Speed
some
No
shit up with
Limits,
that
we're pushing smartphones
dungeon
and tablets
game.
further than ever.
Dungeon Keeper
We're
or whatever.
also inspired
Yeah,
by new
that could have been
devices.
good, and Jesus.
FIFA 15 Ultimate Team mobile players are obsessed
have you guys
with
checked out the
building
Fallout
squads.
game
So
yet?
we made it easy for them to
No,
manage
I have
their options
Android, so I don't have
right
it
from
just
their
yet.
Apple Watch.
It's not out on Android yet.
It came out. They cut a deal with Apple to get it out on iPhone first. They said it was coming soon for Android. I should check again and see if it's out. I do want to try it because it looks really cool.
Yeah, it's like the first mobile game in a long time. Rather than like, I turned to my wife last night when they announced it. I was
the
like,
Star Wars game mobile players have
I
been
might
waiting
play
for.
that. No, it's not
Loaded
out
with
on Google
characters
Play yet.
You know and love. From the prequels and classic
I'm guessing
trilogies
when
to the
E3
Clone
is
Wars and
over, they'll
more.
put it out on
It's
Android.
a massive game that spans the entire Star Wars universe. You can collect, battle, and dominate with your favorite Star Wars characters and
I feel like at this point it's
And
like,
finally,
okay, we want to make a Star
let's
Wars game.
welcome
You have
Mike
to
Rasmussen
include
to show you a little
the
bit of
prequel
Minions
trilogy.
Paradise.
Do we have to? Yes.
Few characters in the world are as delightfully flawed and truly
That
original
jacket.
as the Minions. I mean, seriously, who
like a
has
used
not
car
dreamed
salesman.
of having an army of these
I try
little
not
guys?
to be too cynical and
Well,
too
through
much
an
of a bastard during this stuff,
unprecedented
but this is
creative partnership
this
with
is really as
Illumination
bad as you
Entertainment,
get when it
we're
comes to
bringing that fantasy
E3
to
press
life.
conferences.
This is the
Minions
corporate
Paradise is a builder game that
business.
introduces
Yeah,
you
it really
to
is.
Phil,
Yeah.
a sweet yet subversive
I mean,
minion who's
I
exclusive
would
to
have been amazed if we could have gotten every press conference without at least some of that.
The Minions are on the vacation of their lives.
Oh, right,
I think that's why I was so
It's these
pleasantly
things.
surprised.
There's Charlie
Yeah, from
and his
Despicable Me.
Barry and his
They had a
famous
fantastic press
Doritos.
conference.
Ken and his delicious
I like
cake.
Bethesda's
Unfortunately, this is something that could actually get people's attention and make
He
money.
usually ruins everything. Hey Phil, maybe you can keep to yourself here. Do
Remember,
some
it's mobile
harmless
games, and
sunbathing.
only branded mobile games succeed in any meaningful way. So
Is this for a Minions movie?
I don't know.
Oh, Phil, look what you've done. Your buddies are furious that you've ruined their awesome vacation. You better do something quick.
I understand what's going on.
I think you'll need to do a
It's going to be you building a community or something.
You know what
like
this
that.
is? Simpsons
All right,
tapped
let's take a
out
look at the
with
game.
Minions.
Hi, Phil. First things first, what paradise would be complete without a tiki lounge? And Phil loves his tiki lounge. Check it out, Phil.
This is absolutely what it is.
Now, the Tiki
Simpsons
Lounge
tapped
becomes
out
a
with the
focal
Minions.
point for the game,
Nope.
where you'll get quests and check in on Phil and his progress. Maybe this will help him win over his pals. Well, here come Phil's buddies.
Level 2,
but they're
rewards,
still angry.
currency. Yay, you love
Phil
currency.
better act quick, so he gets the party started with some coconut drinks. But now he's out of coconuts. Hey, Phil, send your buddies out for more.
Do you really
What
have
could
to
go wrong,
explain to
right?
people how this mobile game concept
Well, with
works?
the
It's
Minions,
every one
pretty
of them.
much anything can go wrong. We always want you to be surprised and delighted by the trouble the Minions get into.
This is going to be received
And we
so
work
poorly
hand in
next
hand with
to
Illumination
everyone
to
already
create these
playing the Fallout
unexpected
game.
moments that make this
Well,
world
the
come to
thing,
life.
but you know what? The people who are playing that are not the people they're selling this to.
I love that.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but the other thing is too, the
You combine
mainstream
items and
consumer
islands to
who's
create
playing
things that
this
every
stuff,
minion needs.
who's
Like
is
Swamp
not watching the
Gas
EA
Swamp
press
Gas grenades.
conference.
And you'll explore
This-
the
this
islands
But
segment-
at the same
and do
time,
activities to keep your
the
minions'
press
vacation
still have to
going,
write
like
about it
this water
because you
slide.
never know. You might have someone
Or
from
fishing,
I don't know
which
Maxim
quickly goes
writing about
haywire
this.
Or USA
when an alligator
Today
snaps the
or
bait and
Amazon
suddenly your
games.
water's
Like,
gained.
you have people from all over. Yeah.
We give you
Also,
a blank canvas
this
to create your
this is a
own
business
Minions
conference
paradise,
ultimately,
and
and
we can't
EA.
wait
This
for you
is
to play
there's
this later
investors
this year.
watching this too.
With endless
that EA has
surprises and
to
chances to play with your
speak to.
minions, this is a vacation you'll never forget. And that's
Which
Minions
is always
Paradise.
weird because it's like,
Thank
do
you.
I really expect investors to understand?
Wow, there was such a long delay on those applause.
The king of football, Pele. He was certainly head and shoulders above any
Well,
other
here's
striker
FIFA.
for me, the best player ever.
Football
Let's give
is
me
in my
play as
heart,
Pele fighting
in my
against
feet,
aliens.
in my body,
That'd be all right.
in my soul. It has power
Pele,
like
playable
no
in
other
Plants
sport.
vs Zombies Garden Warfare 2.
It lifts an entire
Pele
nation.
MOBA today only.
It has the
FIFA
power
MOBA?
to take our
The
breaths
FOBA?
away, to make us laugh.
Play our
cry,
FIFA mobile
and rejoice.
anti-corruption game.
I'd play a game where you have to be the guy who like cleans up
The only
FIFA.
player
They're like,
to
here's
win 3
FIFA after
World
all this
Cups.
corruption scandal. Make it
Voted
pure
player
again. Go.
of the century. My legacy? To be the man that create more moments of beauty.
Hey, retirement's
than
expensive,
anybody
Sparhawk.
else.
Gotta fund it somehow.
Will my beauty ever be matched? We will see.
For God's sakes, my Lamborghini Aventador is 5 years old.
Ladies and
ball.
gentlemen, the greatest football player of all time.
Oh god, do you think that Minions game counts as a new IP?
It better not, but as a video game, it probably does. In which case, fuck you, EA. I don't even know how old that guy is now.
My pleasure.
Not young.
Can you believe it?
He's definitely
So I've
retired.
got a really sore face. We've been spending a bit of time chatting, and my face has been grinning too much. Anyway, we wanted to get you here because you've got some amazing stories to tell. And you told me one earlier today about when you went to New York and how you coined the phrase "the beautiful game." Would you
Are they
share
really
it with
going to
everyone
just
here?
do an interview with a soccer star at a
first
video
of
game
all,
press conference?
Thank you for the
Baby on
welcome.
screen. This
Yeah,
is way more
exactly.
interesting than
I'm
the
looking
Pele
at
interview.
I'm looking at feeding Baby now. The babies
Yeah,
are adorable.
Baby is more impressive than Pele
When
interview.
we started to
I don't think Sean
promote
can hear us.
the soccer in the United States.
Yeah, he did
I
take his
come from
headphones
New York
off.
Cosmos. And then we used
That's a
to
shame.
practice
Oh well.
I just
with
said in the
the
chat, and
giant
hopefully he's
stage,
looking.
the
I just said
other-
baby
the
greater than
American
Pele.
Football there. And then players
This is
say,
basically
"Oh,
everyone
this is
pulls
a
out their
beautiful
cell
game." I
phones
say,
and
"No,
checks on what's
the
going on
beautiful
Twitter
game,
time,
the jogo
which is
bonito
everyone else
is
checking Twitter and
soccer.
making
Soccer is jogo bonito.
Snarky comments about why are we interviewing some soccer guy at a video game press conference.
They do this
Then
other
I say,
times. It's
American football.
it's
too much
it's
Bambi,
it's
too
not
much
right for these
soccer.
events.
Soccer is a more intelligent. I started to
Sean
tease
Sands bringing the snark
my
like few
friends
others.
from,
Man, I
from
sure
New
hope
York.
this mobile game has
Then
ways that I can
that's
start a
the
task
reason
and
we
then
say
pay
the
real
jogo
money to not
bonito
have to wait
become
19 hours for it to finish.
So I wanted everyone to hear that story because for me it's an amazing tale about how that phrase kind of came about to represent football.
Oh my God, it's
soccer.
Pele, ...
We really
Is this a
wanted
big
to kind
deal?
of take that idea of the expression
Yes, if you're into
and
football, it
flair
is.
from the game of football.
Get
and
it
put
right,
into
soccer.
FIFA,
You're
which is
North
what the team have
America,
been
damn
working
it.
on this
Nah.
year. But,
America!
the
I'm
other
in a
thing I
British
really wanted to
colony,
ask
so
you about
hey.
is when you think about
Though to be fair,
those
we do
moments,
have
those
we have the
beautiful moments in
CFL,
game
so
of
we
football,
do actually call
and think about recent
egg,
matches.
hand egg
what
football.
do you think of? What thing springs to mind?
No, first of all, we have to.
This is so uninteresting.
Very careful when you see the
Yeah,
game.
this is
when
really
you
bad.
was in the game. Yeah. Because
I
when
thought
you
EA
stay
had figured out
in
the press
game,
conference thing. Nope,
as I
it's
have my
still
25 years
a
there,
corporate shindig.
lot of emotion.
Yeah, they
lot
bring
of
these,
things
like,
happen, you know. I think
pro athletes out on
I
stage
told
and they
you about the.
They used to do this. I remember
they
back in the
bicycle
original
is a
Xbox days when they did this,
bicycle.
when they brought all the athletes out to showcase their
when you
different
dribble
games, and I
one, two,
thought it was this dumb idea then.
but
And like, how much do
the
they have to
most
pay this guy to show up here?
Goals who I scored in my life.
What if I could,
was the
Sparhawk?
penalty kick. you know.
Yeah, you said that.
You remember? I'm gonna tell for the youngest.
It's
When
4:53,
I
so
scored
this isn't going to be
1,000
going on for
goals,
much longer because
was
they
a
have to
big
show Battlefront
party,
still,
you know,
and this is supposed to be a
all
1-hour
Brazil
show.
waited.
And they
I
mentioned
thought, okay, oh God.
Mirror's
maybe
Edge
I'm gonna
and
go by
Yeah, and there's
head,
Mirror's
go
Edge
by
Catalyst as
bicycle,
well. They better
beautiful
talk
goal.
about something Mirror's
Then
Edge
was
related.
a penalty kick. Penalty kick. But
Well,
it
this
was
goes.
more
I'm going to check
difficult.
on the rendering progress of
No
the
moment in my
last
life
press conference.
because
It's done. Good stuff.
I put the ball in a mark.
Yeah,
Then
they
I
just
started,
go to Battlefield,
oh my God,
and this
I
is pretty
cannot
much
miss.
just the Battlefield conference. It's like not even
Was a
the
penalty
EA conference,
kick.
besides that
But was
twine game or
more
whatever.
difficult
it's all the
for me.
stuff that they don't
So
think
I think
hardcore
this
gamers will buy,
what
but
the-
regular
the
people
game
will. Then.
Bring it to you. Because
You know what?
I can't believe I just said hardcore
different
gamers.
moment, you know.
I don't even know.
I
I mean, they really don't have
just that
much
idea of
down the pipeline.
depending on the
EA
situation
really, I
or
mean,
the circumstance, the fact
Oh,
that
yeah.
At the very least,
that's
this thing they
what
have
makes
Mirror's
it.
Edge
You
Catalyst. They
could be a
have.
single
Well, you're
moment,
right.
or it
Okay.
could be every
They
single
have.
strong
They better
together.
talk about
Depending on
Mirror's
the
Edge
moment.
Catalyst in some
For
way. I
example,
hope that's
have
not a
in my
comeback at
career, I have a
Gamescom
lot
thing.
of moments, you know. For example, my first
All
World
right.
Cup.
I got to go to the
I was
washroom. I'll be back in a
16 years
second.
old to 17. You know, in Brazil, you know, play. No,
Okay, quick EA. While he's
Sweden.
gone, put on the real
But
stuff.
It was everything new for us. You know, even when we traveled to Sweden, you know, when I get there, my first traveling outside of Brazil, 16 years old, I went there. The girls from Sweden, the blonde girl, she started to put them on my hair. I didn't understand well. No, my older players, because we have interpreted.
In other contexts, this story would probably be more interesting. Now it's an old guy talking, and we don't want to hear that. Time is precious. You got Ubisoft
Amazing.
coming
So I
up.
think
You
we
gotta
could probably
deal
sit
with it.
here forever. You talk about beautiful moments. This is a really beautiful moment for me personally. Thank you so much for coming here. I'm sure everyone is amazed by this. Thank you.
Keep the ball rolling.
What a legend.
Thank you.
I could, Sparhawk. I was just not interested.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, back to video games.
That was kind of unbelievable. But you know, we do have to actually get on and start to talk about the beautiful game.
I'm
in
sitting like
FIFA
this because
16.
I'm holding a bottle for my daughter.
Because
Like,
gameplay's always been the
crazy,
soul of
man.
FIFA. This year, obviously, we want to innovate across the entire pitch.
No, they're
we have
still not done
tons
talking
Oh, and now
about
we're going to
FIFA.
keep talking
in our
about
gameplay
FIFA.
this
Yeah.
year, but we also
This is
want
not
to
a
help you
one-hour
compete
show.
at a higher level.
I wanted
and
it to be.
also
I
give
wanted a
you
bigger
ways to
gap
play.
before
And each of these
Ubisoft.
massive pillars within the game has been built with the millions of FIFA fans out there in mind. So let's get to the pitch. and see the most balanced FIFA yet. When playing the game, you want confidence in defense. You want to be able to defend with purpose and backbone. So in FIFA 16, all new defensive agility gives you the mobility you need to track skilled players, especially when they're on the break. And teams really win when they defend as a unit. So this year, you'll have better defensive shape on the pitch to help break down attacks and counter-attack when you win the ball. And in the middle of the pitch, you'll control the midfield, the battleground of any great match. Interception intelligence helps shut down options and close dangerous passing channels. And on the counter, passing with purpose lets you play sharp passes to slice through defenders. It's now a more considered build-up through the midfield.
That's an easy target, Sparhawk, even though I made that exact same joke earlier.
And in the final third, you want more moments of magic, more skills, better dribbling, all so you can
whole
create
new bribe system,
attacks.
whole new
moments of magic, new skills, new tricks, cast fireballs.
So we captured the movement of today's best player to bring you.
Like, I don't try your best to minimize the slave labor casualties in Qatar.
Create separation and blow by your defender, just as Messi does when he's at his best.
My friends
it's near limitless creativity and changes the game profoundly. And when you're in on goal,
and it really doesn't sound like something that should be hard.
They won't deliver it until people in Europe are calling for it. Europe, Brazil, wherever. Actually, was it a big deal that South America actually started getting game systems?
Brazil in particular, yes.
We're giving you the ability to compete at a higher level.
Okay, so yeah.
The most current game system in Brazil until just a couple of years ago was the Sega Genesis.
No matter your level.
Oof, yeah.
The controller language you see here on screen will change
same with China, damn. Yeah, it's kind of interesting to think about countries that haven't had game systems at all until recently.
Yeah.
And this year, finally, we're giving you an amazing new way to play. For the first time ever in the FIFA franchise, women's teams are in the game.
Oh yeah, I remember this was a big deal that they put the women's teams in, which is
for
cool.
years, and it's at the level of authenticity that FIFA's known for, thanks to our motion capture technology and our body and facial scanning. And our gameplay engine and physics engine give us the right platform to build.
I think this is a smart move because it's actually going to get them, like, you know, a lot of you know, women game players who maybe never gave a crap about FIFA might more now, which I think that's actually a pretty smart idea.
Innovation across the entire pitch, complete at a higher level.
Yeah, girls that are into soccer are
really into it. Yeah, so I think that's a good get for them.
Jesus, even my sister might actually play a game like this now that I think about it.
I know it's unforgettable. I just want to remind you that
soccer is one of those things she actually liked growing up.
3 minutes ago. How crazy was that? But now, to commemorate this huge moment,
it wasn't crazy. You paid him money to fly out here and talk on stage in a bad accent.
Of all our loyal FIFA 15 Ultimate Team players. So go check it out at the end of the press conference, and let's take a look at the beautiful game in FIFA 16.
More.
Has your baby pooped like 9 times in the past hour, Sean?
The game played by the entire planet.
She took like a 10-minute nap.
That brings us together.
I mean, they really did need to break things up a little bit better. You don't follow up sports with a mobile game with sports. You wanna, I mean, you started off strong, showing off Mass Effect 4. And then, okay, yeah, we had the free-to-play mode, but it's Star Wars, so it's at least an interesting cinematic to watch. But then it's sports.
The problem is they're bookending it because they want people to come in early and stay till the end. So they want people that they're like, hey, Mass Effect, and if you want to see Battlefront, you got to wait till the end, and a lot of people probably are. So
they told you how many minutes were left, though.
They did, but you know what? They said 50 minutes. It's been way longer than that, and we're still not there yet. So that's the thing. I think bookending it probably, you know, they have statistics that show that people stick around for the whole thing.
Which is a shame because I feel like it would be better if you just went back and forth, man.
Oh yeah, I'd certainly prefer that.
I mean, the Mass Effect 4 thing wasn't really anything.
It wasn't really anything. It was just hype. Yeah.
It showed like that they have the Mako.
It's a good start, basically. It gets you hyped a little bit.
Yeah.
You're like, they're starting with that. Now what are they going to show? Oh, they're going to show shit.
There's always like two sides to that stuff though. Like Microsoft likes to always go first because they want to make the first impression and, you know, kind of whatever. And then Sony likes to go last because they want to be the last thing that you talk about, you know. It's interesting.
Well, thus far, everyone's going to be thinking more about Fallout 4 and Bethesda.
Whoa. Mirror's Edge.
What would our world look like if there were no governments?
Oh, yes.
Only corporations.
No governments, only corporations. I would love that.
You mean today?
Yes.
Could a young girl without any superpowers be a catalyst for change? These are questions you may ask yourselves. And these are the questions that inspired us.
Hey, look, it's that girl from Pacific Rim. Oh, no, it's not.
To a new generation of gamers. Welcome to Mirror's Edge Catalyst. This is a revolutionary action-adventure game where you will experience the origin story of our heroine Faith.
Yeah.
From a careless young woman to a fierce heroine who opens the eyes of an entire city. She's not your usual video game hero. And because this is a truly immersive first-person experience, you're not just watching the events unfold in front of you. You are Faith.
Truly immersive. Take a drink.
She is graceful, elegant, and as efficient as she is powerful. She doesn't need any guns.
That looks real nice.
Faith combines her
They're not using the red colors so much. Oh, they are.
Yeah, they're doing it clever, more clever with like.
But there's more colors too. It's not just white.
Actually, yeah. Well, no, again, like you're right. Reflections you see, handprints, and
it's beautiful and stylized.
Yeah, red lights that are reflecting onto something that like
makes
it look red.
Truth.
Yeah.
The city is ruled by the corporations, led by this man, Gabriel Kruger. There is no individual freedom. There is no privacy. You will uncover these secrets as you explore the city on your terms. There's plenty for you to do, and
I like Chris LTD. This is an origin story of a game none of you bought.
There are story missions, activities like time trials,
so no one will be lost.
And an environmental puzzle.
I bought it.
Most importantly, there are no levels. There are no loading screens.
No levels?
You are truly free roaming.
Open world?
Fluid movement and combat in first person.
Ooh. That could actually help keep you from getting lost then too.
Oh,
there were some moments, man.
Yeah. I had to look up walkthroughs to get
This is her origin story. And for those of you here at E3, you can come by and play it for yourself at the EA booth.
Oh, wow, playable.
Here's the world premiere of Mirror's Edge Catalyst, captured fully in engine, coming February 23rd, 2016.
Yes! February!
That's less than 12 months away.
I pre-ordered a, quote, Mirror's Edge 2 cheap last year. I wonder if that's what this is.
Now, the first one had Rihanna Pratchett help write. I'm wondering who wrote this one.
Might be her again. That'd be cool.
To high cast level. Your possibilities are infinite. Personal freedom comes at a price. Be wary of policy breakers in our midst.
She does look a bit younger.
Had to run with Kruger, but I got something for it.
I'm taking her out.
Nice. Granted, I'm pretty sure this is all pre-rendered at this point.
Also, I hope it's not hyper combat focused.
Just remember, for marketing, they're going to want to highlight that stuff, just like they did with Tomb Raider.
I just hope that's not what it is. I would rather it be more about running than fighting like the first one.
Showing other free runners this time. That's actually not bad either.
Stop her!
I don't like what's coming, Faith. This city is changing, and not for the better. Unless, of course, we stop it.
Morgan Freeman alike?
You on the ground now!
Go on, girl. Save us all.
I'm in. It's more Mirror's Edge. Done.
Basically.
Done. And if it's open world, hells yes.
Noah is less than a year away, so I'm down.
Oh, and now we're
The
back
New
to
England Patriots
sports.
Rob Gronkowski, tight end, Arizona.
This is way longer than an hour. I'm barely going to have any time before Ubisoft.
You might just cut right into it, basically. Which is going to be horrible for your processing and rendering, but...
I'm actually offloading all the data, the data to my laptop to render for YouTube now.
Say hello, ladies and gentlemen, to the next person to experience the Madden curse.
He just gets sniped from the audience.
I'm Sean Grady, senior producer for Madden NFL.
We'll just get this out of the way now.
A great example of how the New England Patriots drafted the right players in the right round and the right playmakers to build their current Super Bowl championship team. Hi everyone, I'm Robert Flores. I'm host of ESPN2's
I was going to say, this guy sounds like a color
and
commentator.
Spending time on the set all these years, I've learned two things. One, my hair looks great on the big screen, and that 40 million fantasy sports fans out there would say that their favorite part of playing fantasy football is the ability to draft their own team.
Okay, well, we've got something really exciting for those fantasy fans. It's called Draft Champions, and it's a brand new way to get the fantasy draft experience every day. Now, Draft Champions puts you in your own personal war room, starting your playmaker journey off the field. We built this mode for both our Madden players and the fantasy
EA Star Wars already put the gameplay trailer up for Star Wars Battlefront.
Don't sleep on this.
Like even they were like, look, EA, fuck you and your
similar
sports.
to Madden Mobile
We're
and
putting it
Ultimate
up
Team,
now.
you'll build a current team
no more
of current
sports.
and legendary players.
I'm not even
really
sold on
sets Draft Champions
Battlefront,
apart
but just show
is
it to
the
me.
fun, fast, multi-round draft. You're going to get 3 players to choose from in each round, so every draft is exciting and different. It's all about interesting decisions and how you choose to build your team. Now, Robert, we recorded you earlier. We've got your final 3 rounds of your draft here. Let's see how you, a fantasy football expert, handled it. All right, so I see right away you're still short a quarterback. You haven't upgraded yet.
Well, sometimes, like I do in
Look
real
at these
fantasy football,
menus.
I'll wait
Look at
on getting a
them.
quarterback. I wanted a defensive back, DRC, a new member of the New York Giants. I went with him.
Okay, that's a great pick. A little risky losing a
Defensive-
quarterback.
what the fuck is a
in that late round.
DRC?
Now, this next round is probably your most difficult. A lot of great players on the board. What'd you decide here?
Absolutely. Look, any fan would love to get Jamal Charles with all his home run speed on their team, and then you got J.J. Watt, the reigning defensive player of the year, on their defensive line. But I don't know how you turn down the best receiver in the league for my money, Calvin Johnson, so I'm pumped to have Megatron on my roster.
Okay, I'm a little surprised to see you leave J.J. Watt on the board from your Houston Texans.
They are my team.
But not a bad pick. All right, in this final round, legends all over the board.
No
Here we are,
levels,
legends.
no
What'd you
load
decide?
screens
Well,
in yours.
look, you got the obvious quarterback choice.
It's really
here, but you got a
intriguing,
couple
isn't
of Hall
it?
of Famers. You got Derek Brooks and John
Yeah,
Randall,
I know.
exceptional
I'm just
defenders.
rethinking
But
it
in the
'cause I'm
end,
not-
I needed
Just
that quarterback,
cares
so I go
about
Randall
this.
Cunningham.
Yeah.
He's got
No,
the big
That's
arm.
cool. That's really
very
cool.
interested.
That's like the most
Megatron.
intriguing
With
thing to
Randall
me.
Cunningham.
I'm trying to think because, like, does that mean, like, there are no load screens and stuff?
Oh
but
my
then
god,
the
guys,
environment-
click on the link that Sparhawk just put in the chat.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, because I just retweeted that. I just retweeted that.
Or go online.
That's good shit right there.
To see how your draft and your game stack up.
Man, they didn't waste any time.
You'll be
Someone
back
had
to
all those
drafting
assets in
start a whole new
Photoshop
run,
ready to
one quick
go.
experience, something you could frankly do in a night.
That is awesome. Very cool. I know where a lot of fantasy fans and fantasy football players this season will be spending their time.
All right, well, we couldn't agree more. Robert, we appreciate you being out here as the fantasy expert.
Oh,
Boys,
yeah, my
today, let's
dad
give a big
plays
round of
fantasy
applause for Robert Flores.
My dad finally plays video games.
That's a big deal from a business perspective.
My dad finally plays video games.
Okay, today's NFL is a passing league.
No,
so
no
we've
more
overhauled the
football.
entire passing game.
God damn
Whether
it.
you're Odell Beckham Jr. making a gravity-defying catch or Patrick Peterson intercepting the ball for a game-winning touchdown, playmakers dominate the
And
passing
just have
game
enough time
on
to
both
make
sides of the
to
ball.
make a friggin' new
so
mug
we
of
focused
coffee
on
before
3 key
Ubisoft
positions:
starts.
quarterbacks, receivers,
This is
and
the
defenders
worst press
in coverage.
conference ever.
Let's start
Oh,
at
it's not the
quarterback.
worst ever.
I tried to be
painful. I would rather watch.
I still think this is better than EA's last year. Do you remember last year when they had all the audio problems and shit?
I don't remember them last year at all. It probably says much more about that press conference.
At least Konami's disaster press conferences were funny in a Wajah kind of way, but this is just boring.
Now, catches in the NFL never cease to amaze me. They're one of the most exciting and dynamic plays in any sport.
If you are a
you can now
sports
choose from one of 3 new catch types to beat
is
the
this
competition
really that
and keep
interesting
your
to
drive
you?
alive.
I have to wonder. Like, I want
the
someone
people who are into
to tell
Madden
me.
are
Increase your
wicked
chance of
into
the
Madden. They're the
completion
people who
to
buy a
get that critical
console
first down,
only to
but
play
might
Madden on
sacrifice
it.
yards.
I'm sure all of this is
Next,
fascinating to
a
them.
rack or run after catch.
But it sure as
Adjust
shit
your
ain't
route
to
so you can
me.
attempt to gain
Didn't
extra
we
yards
talk about
after
Madden
catch.
a little bit before
finally,
Mirror's Edge?
use an
They really are
aggressive catch to
breaking
attack
it
the
up
ball
because
at its
they
highest
knew
point.
that they had so much bulk sports
And I know
stuff.
what you're thinking. Now the game is all about offense.
I feel like I've been
But don't
duped
worry, we didn't
into
forget about
like watching
defense.
what I'm watching right now.
As a
Oh, we
defender in
totally
coverage,
have.
Going for the interception or
if
swat can
we
be
weren't
risky.
doing this thing, I
For the
probably
first time,
would just be
now you'll have
muting the
the ability
stream and
to play
coming
the
back when
receiver
Battlefront
instead of
started.
just the ball. You can make it an attempt to secure.
And I just lost the conference. Whoop.
Uh-oh, the stream barfed.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
You know what? That's fine. If stay gray until Battlefront, and I don't care. That's fine by me. So it died for you too. It's not just me.
No, it's everybody, I think.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Oh, yeah, they went offline.
Let me check YouTube and see.
Yeah, let me know if that's
It was
up.
true there.
I'll wait and see. If this might come back, but oh, it's coming back. Or it's trying anyway. I've got loading video. Nope. They had the problem last year where they couldn't get the Battlefield Hardline clips to start properly, and they had that like minute-long awkward silence. This is their version of that.
It's still
Yeah,
just
that's right.
Madden from
I
what I
forgot.
can see.
Oh, it'll be Madden.
Is it
for a
on
bit.
YouTube?
It's the GameSpot stream though. I don't think EA is streaming it themselves or anything.
Is there commentary or is it just?
There's no commentary.
Okay, well, let me.
I'll drop you the link in Skype.
Okay, yeah.
And you know what? And that's the thing. Like, looking over in some of the threads, like, Clock is right. Like, this does mean that, EA is focusing on an audience more than just the core gaming audience, but there
Hopefully Twitch
should
will
be a
come.
balance of it.
Yeah. Hopefully Twitch will come back, maybe, because the YouTube's player has been very crashy when I've had XSplit running, so we'll see what happens. Just hold it together for a few minutes, YouTube. That's all you need. Oh, here's Peter Moore.
Through my decade and a half in this industry, I've learned that every once in a great while, you can be part of something special. This is one of those moments.
This is
In
it.
the past 2.5 years, we've put some of EA's greatest talent and most advanced technology together with one of the most beloved sagas of our time.
I'm still
as we seek to
concerned
create
about
something
Battlefront
that
based on
millions
what
of
little
fans
we've
around the
seen, but-
world will love. The passion, creativity, and dedication come from our DICE
That's the
studio
thing. I'm going to tell you
in
right
Stockholm.
now. Ubisoft will
The
have one just
technology
as soon as Aisha
is
Tyler
EA's own
steps out on
Frostbite
stage
game
and makes a
engine.
Girlwood joke.
That lady
And the
knows
game
how to
is-
host a press conference.
Of course, Star Wars Battlefront.
Finally!
Extended
Now,
gameplay
Frostbite
demo and shut
powers
up,
many
Peter.
of the games you've seen here today. Looking ahead, Frostbite will be at the core of even more EA games, including experiences for mobile devices and maybe one day even VR. Right now, the
Frostbite on
sophistication of
mobile?
Frostbite is bringing a galaxy far, far away to life like never before. In just a few moments, you'll see how tools like physically based rendering, new weathering systems, and a technique called photogrammetry are being used to create an incredibly detailed, immersive, and completely authentic experience in Star Wars Battlefront. We're still only beginning to see what Frostbite can truly achieve, but the results are completely stunning. So let us show you, made by developers that love Star Wars, for fans that
God
love
damn,
Star
dude,
Wars.
I don't think they actually have
Let's step
Battlefront.
into the world.
I think they're just going to
of
keep
Star Wars
talking it up until something crashes.
Yeah.
They-
Battlefront, it doesn't actually
overhyped
exist.
so far.
Psych. Oh, here we go. Oh.
I'm Sigurlína Ingvarsdóttir, and I have the awesome job of leading a talented, passionate team at DICE on Star Wars Battlefront. Like many of you, I can't remember a time when Star Wars wasn't a part of my life. And one of my earliest memories is of seeing a dark, ominous being that I was terrified of. That being, whose mask still has the ability to strike fear in me, is Darth Vader. I remember playing with the old action figures or attaching a clothespin to a magic marker to create a blaster pistol so that I could run around shooting lasers at imaginary stormtroopers.
Clothespin to a magic marker.
Today,
That's a smart idea.
by far the best place to truly lose yourself and interact with Star Wars is video games. With Star Wars Battlefront, we will immerse players in an incredibly authentic, visually stunning universe. And we've gotten amazing access from our partners at Lucasfilm. They've opened up their sacred vaults to us so that we can recreate the props and locations from the original trilogy.
I remember they talked about this last year.
Yeah.
When you
well,
fly
not
in
even
an
last year.
X-Wing,
We talked about it this
it's
year.
the real
Yeah,
X-Wing.
they're letting them like model the original props and stuff.
We will give you the chance to live out the Star Wars battle fantasies you've always dreamed of, and we can't wait
Which
to
is
see
funny because
all
you
of
do
the
look
new
at the
memories
sheen on
you
some
will
of these
create
things up
on your
close,
own.
and it's like you're
We
never
have a
going to see
great
it that
amount
up
of
close
depth.
in the game.
A variety of multiplayer modes that range from large-scale battles between 40 players all the way down
And
to 8-player modes that deliver
LTD,
a more
yes,
intimate
sacred
experience
because
between squads of rebel and
Jedi is a
Imperial
registered
soldiers.
religion in
Have you ever
certain
wanted
places.
to fly an X-Wing?
So therefore, I
Soaring
guess it would
above the
count as being
skies,
sacred.
skimming the rims of canyons on Tatooine while you dogfight against a squad of TIE fighters? Or have you fantasized
I
about
should be able to
being
get
one
that
of the
baby's
most
got hair.
iconic
How old is
heroes
she?
or villains in the Star Wars universe?
born like
Wielding
this.
a
She's 5
lightsaber
months.
and using
Baby.
the Force, being the
Dear
boss
goodness,
of
my
a multiplayer
like
map,
13-month-old
and single-handedly
niece doesn't have
turning
that
the
much
tide
hair.
of an epic Star Wars battle.
My sister gives
And if
birth
you're not
to
in the
bald
mood for
babies.
multiplayer,
That's just what it
there are
is.
Star Wars Battlefront missions
came
where you
out
can
with a lot
jump
of
in
hair. It's
and
kinda-
play against
kinda
AI,
crazy.
alone or with a friend,
I'm so tired of
including
this,
split
like,
screen co-op
let's
and
talk and
one-on-one
show
battles.
toys of it and not just
Exactly.
fucking show
Like,
the
I
game
appreciate
stuff.
your passion
And-
for it,
and-
but let us see the
And
damn
I've been
game you
amazed
want us
by
to
the
buy.
response. But if there's
Right,
one thing
like-
that's come through loud and clear, is that you want to
Let
see
the extra
gameplay.
bullshit be for
So
the
that's
game.
Yes,
what
we
we're
want
going
to see
do
gameplay,
right
so
now.
do it. Jesus.
It wouldn't be so bad if there wasn't so much other
What we're
talking
about to show you
bullshit
today is
earlier.
Walker Assault, one of our largest
I don't
modes.
mind them
This mode
trying
was
to
inspired by the
celebrate it.
Battle
I
of
don't mind
Hoth
them trying
from
to
The Empire
celebrate it.
Strikes Back.
No,
it's
As
just
the Empire,
they've
you must
it's taken this
escort
long where it's
AT-AT
like,
walkers
look,
towards the
we
rebel
heard you
base to
talk
destroy it.
and talk
And as the rebels,
and talk.
you must do
So what they
Stop
everything
waiting.
you can
described
to
as
stop
kind of,
them. And while
kind
you
of
will
plays
see a
that out
lot
like
of things
Battlefield,
that
like
remind
have
you
a
of that
defending side,
iconic
so it
battle,
sounds like- obviously
when
it's a
you
Hoth,
play the game
and it-
your way, anything is possible. This was all captured on a PlayStation 4, and you will see the
God.
battle
This was
from the
captured on a
vantage point of both
PlayStation
the Empire
4.
and
Interesting
the
that they
rebels.
point that out.
Now,
Not PC.
let's play Star Wars.
Yes, let's play Star Wars, please.
This is totally Battlefield, dude.
I would not, dude. It's by DICE.
I know.
I don't mind
know,
that
I'm just-
necessarily.
I'm not. I know. I'm just saying.
I find it interesting that they're
I like
emphasizing that this was captured on console. Like, this was not done on an $8,000 quad SLI Titan PC.
Right.
No matter how realistic you make your character models get, the way people run while holding a gun is still not going to match reality.
Nope. But it is still a video game.
Everyone says pre-alpha. At this point, I'm not sure I can believe that.
Pre-alpha is just their way of saying we reserve the right to change this however we can.
I don't even know if pre-alpha is a verbal term, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay, this looks pretty cool.
The hitting, the shooting, and the hits.
Oh, I just
like
realized
that.
switch teams. Okay. I was like, oh, they
Oh
cover
yeah.
Yeah, they're cutting around. There's the Battlefield scoring pop-up.
Now, are those players flying those TIE fighters? No way.
I don't think so. I'm not sure if there is air vehicle. That one had a
No,
name
they
over
do
it.
have air vehicles. You just can't do it in space.
That's right. There's no space combat, but players can
Yeah, what's
fly
that
or players can pilot the vehicles.
The bombers can't help us unless we protect the uplink. We can't do it without those.
I think players can pilot those things.
Yeah.
Which means this is definitely not accurate to how it'll play because those pilots are way too competent.
Wow.
Okay, I like jetpacks. I like games that offer mobility.
Jetpacks, where I don't see it.
You missed it?
Yeah, I must have missed it. So these
It wasn't very
AT-ATs
long. Okay, this is...
These are the things that are on rails, I guess, and you can get into it. Done.
Can I hijack...
The rebels have activated the
Oh, I forgot, you're right. They said these things are on rails. That makes me so much
less
more
interested.
disappointed. Well, that was the
Also-
AT-AT. Is that the case for the AT-ST?
Let's see. Okay, so this is going to be like the thing in Battlefield, the big gunship that you can get in. You can get shot, like you can get shot out of it. Like the rebels need to take this thing down.
Okay.
Here we go. Here.
Hang in there.
They're not going to circle around it like that. Here we go.
Blue 15 going in.
Also, we have
This is Blue
the...
12 accelerating to attack speed.
It looks like it's the... This looks like just a variant of rush mode, too, based on what I saw before.
The walker is exposed. Focus all fire.
Which is okay, but I hope there's some Star Wars unique gameplay modes in this.
Walker's exposed.
Oh, so you actually do the clamp on...
Nice.
Alright, that's probably very canned, but it also looks very cool.
Yeah.
Imperial Walker has been taken out.
Alright, here's some TIE Fighter gameplay.
Are you watching Twitch still? Because I'm looking at the ATST just went down.
Oh, yeah, I'm watching. Welcome back.
Oh, Twitch came back.
Twitch is working.
Yeah, you're way,
Oh, that's
you're way ahead.
I'm going to stay
I'm sorry,
on
my
YouTube so I
head.
don't have to switch it for people.
Yeah, see, this stuff is playable. You just... You're not going to be able to
The smaller aircraft definitely are. The TIE Fighters and the X-Wings and stuff
I have
are
a
fully
feeling that they're gonna have some of the things in there are also gonna be, AI and scripted.
I guarantee you, E3 2016, they announce space dogfights as DLC.
Probably.
Oh, he's playing a Greedo.
Yeah, he is.
See, this is the first time I've ever seen a Battlefront game that is actually really interesting. Jetpack!
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, I actually would play this game.
Yeah.
I think.
I'm going to wait to see. I hope this doesn't just become another ridiculous like, DLC delivery
You know what that
platform.
means?
But, oh, there he is. Hi! There's Mark Hamill.
You have some heroes and shit.
Playable Hamill?
Playable Mark Hamill.
It's just a selectable class. There's like 50 Mark Hamills running around the map.
And
I
the
assume
trailer.
It's gonna,
and
I bet you it's going to be like a hero thing that you can take over, and like have one up.
Hold on, are people complaining about the color of Luke's lightsaber?
Of course they are. It's Star Wars.
Yeah, it's Star
Wars Battlefront coming November 17th. That's our show for today. For those of you here in LA, we'll see you at our booth where everything is hands-on
Looks
and ready to play.
exactly like I thought it would.
If you're joining us on the web,
Actually,
visit
I thought it would look
livetoplay.ea.com
like
where
just
we'll
the
have more
graphics and
behind-the-scenes
stuff.
content
It looks literally
and
like
stories.
a Battlefield 4 version.
Thanks to all of our awesome teams, thanks to Pele, and thanks to all of you for joining us. Have a great
I'm
show,
surprised we
everyone,
didn't get
and wherever you
any
are,
like dynamic
we hope
like
you make some time to
weather
play.
storms blasting through or tauntauns or some shit or something. I don't know. I know tauntauns are scouts, I guess, but
Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is EA. That was a few bits of awesome surrounded by boring drudgery. Holy crap.
Technically, it was boring drudgery surrounded by a few bits of awesome.
Yeah, really. The drudgery was the biggest mass in that for sure. We don't have a lot of time for conclusions here because we gotta pause for a bit before Ubisoft, which comes in 40 minutes. But Star Wars Battlefront, as Sean said, looks pretty much like I expected. It looks like Star Wars Battlefield, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it looks cool. If it plays well, I'll definitely be interested in that. The new Need for Speed looks like something that could get me interested as well, especially if it's a new, if it's a new underground type thing. Yeah, Mirror's Edge Catalyst looks friggin' cool. That Unravel game looks cool. The rest of it, sports, mobile, I don't give a crap. Oh, by the way, also, Unravel was definitely a new IP. What were the other ones? Agreed. Yeah, Pele, IPs. The Pele is his own IP. Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know what else. I don't know what else there was. I presume that Minions game was considered a new IP, which friggin' no, it's not.
I really can't tell.
And I don't know what else. Oh yeah, and Mass Effect. I mean, Mass Effect looks neat, but they didn't explain a damn thing about it there. Clearly, this is going to be learn more about it at next year's E3.
Yeah, they're good. That's something where it's just like here, you get to see some. You get to see something.
Remember, this game still exists.
That's the long play. That's the long plays. They really because they know that's gonna appeal to a lot of people.
You know what's also interesting? They didn't talk at all about that experimental Criterion game. Remember that they showed last year that no one really knew what it was? It was like a concept that it looked kind of like a Burnout game, but it had like helicopters and crap in it. They didn't talk about that at all this year.
I don't remember anything about that at all.
Yeah, it was weird. But they didn't talk about that at all, which is interesting. Yeah, I mean, as press conferences go, that was pretty crappy. I would have been happy to just watch those handful of gameplay trailers and let that be that. I definitely didn't need to watch a stage presentation for that stuff.
Yeah, that was honestly. I mean, again, like I try to be open. Like at the very least, like what you could do, because you can acknowledge that all of this stuff is for someone. Because I mean, clearly this stuff does really sell. But if you're going to do a presentation like this where you're trying to appeal to a wide audience, the best thing to do, especially when you know your very vocal viewership is going to hate it, you break it up with stuff in between. Mirror's Edge Catalyst should have been after at least one. That's the thing, they had too many sports balls.
Yes.
Too many sports ball segments. And in any other context.
It's all filler.
Like, as I said, any other context, like Pele might have been a worthwhile guest to have or something, or a special guest to have like after the show. But this, it feels so mismanaged.
Yeah.
It feels so mismanaged because to us at least. I mean, but again, like the people that they're trying to make those games for, are they watching this? Do they care?
I don't know.
Or do they just want the game when it comes out? I mean,
yeah.
There are so many times where I'll be talking to like when I was at the comic convention, the Wizard World Comic Con in Philly, I was talking to people and they know certain games are coming out, and they'd be like, "Yeah, man, that looks off the hook." And then when I started talking to them about like news and features that were announced, they didn't know about any of it because all they saw was maybe a trailer or two.
Yeah.
So most of those people aren't going to know about any of this new Madden stuff at all, or this new FIFA stuff. Like, it is useful for the journalists and everything, but it's still, I don't know. I feel like it's stuff that they really got to measure out better. They got to figure out how to make better use of their time, which is where, pardon me, this is where, yeah, she knows what's up.
Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, after seeing what kind of Bethesda did, and that was their first press conference, but seeing how they were just very kind of not in your face, but they were just very to the point, and just they were, just wanted to show people their stuff. And then Microsoft did a great job just transitioning, and they didn't sit there and talk about things before they showed stuff. And they just went, they just showed you thing after thing after thing, and they just went for it.
Yeah.
It makes EA's presser look old. It makes it like, that could have been a presser from years ago, and you would not have been surprised,
Honestly, it looked like an investor briefing more than a press briefing for gamers.
Yeah, that's a good Good analogy.
It really looked like more of a business thing than these other shows did. And Bethesda to this point, I mean, Microsoft was good, but Bethesda set the bar for just being on point and getting info out that you want to see.
You know what though, and I already forgot about Garden Warfare because we already saw that earlier. Yeah. But you know what I realized? I mean, and that's the thing. Garden Warfare could have been split in the middle of those sports and stuff. Like they could have been a better balance, better spread out. But and that's part of I forgot about Garden Warfare. Why did I forget about Garden Warfare? Because of all the fucking sports.
Exactly.
I mean, come on.
Exactly.
So
it overshadowed everything else, kind of.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, the only thing that you're really remembering is what made a big impact, which was Mass Effect 4, which is just because everyone was looking forward to that anyway. Yeah. I mean, basically, what you really have here is EA didn't know how to balance everything out. And here's the thing, though. What is coming out this year? Garden Warfare 2. Battlefront, was Garden Warfare 2 coming out this year?
No.
Not sure.
No, I don't.
Because if it's not, then they have nothing but those sports games.
Yeah,
that's a good
Battlefront.
Point.
It was a bad execution. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Bethesda only had one game coming out this year too, but it was fucking Fallout 4.
Yeah.
And Bethesda's not EA.
We're talking about their sports, like we're talking about their sports, and we're not total cynical assholes that are like, man, I can't believe they showed sports again. Like we know what
they got to show something.
We tried to,
but the way that they did it, the way that they executed it, I couldn't believe I was watching more soccer.
And again, how much money did they have to pay to sit and have an interview with Pele? And I'm like, this, it's cool, but this has nothing to do with games, video games at all. That you're going to sit there and yak with a famous football player. What?
It was very awkward. Yeah. It was like that when Clint Eastwood talked to the empty chair and you're sitting there going, man, make this stop. That's what it reminded me of in terms of just awkwardness,
Yeah, totally. Well, I mean, it was interesting. I was, after EA's press conference last year, I was hoping they were going to pick it up a little bit, but clearly they still got some stuff to learn about how to make themselves not feel super corporate, but nobody's perfect, I guess. I mean, Ubisoft is going to be interesting because Ubisoft is always a little corporate, but they have Aisha Tyler there, who's very good at keeping the mood up and keeping people psyched and moving and energized.
And
so I think that's going to be cool.
They're going to have, even when it comes to quote unquote casual titles, they're going to have a greater variety. You're going to have their girls series or brat series or whatever. You're going to have Just Dance in there.
Yeah, they're going to have some workout thing that I'm probably going to buy.
Yeah. But then you're also going to have you're going to have Assassin's Creed. You're going to have...
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing if they announce any new, of those smaller indie games that they've been doing, or smaller...
Yes, like the UbiArt
smaller titles. Yeah, the Valiant Hearts and the, Child of Light and
they
all
probably
that kind of
will.
stuff.
Valiant Hearts at least made a big splash last year. Child of Light, not as much. Yeah. Child of Light got more mixed reviews and sales, I think, but
I'll tell you that. I'll tell you what. Let's take a bit of a break here. Ubisoft's in half an hour. We can do our predictions then. So let's.
We're talking about Ubisoft now.
Let's aim to be back in about 20 minutes. Are you gonna be able to hang out for Ubisoft as well, Sean, or you got a jet for the little one there?
Yeah, I can. I mean,
okay.
I'm gonna probably.
What do you mean, man? She had some of the most insightful commentary.
It's true, It's true. So
thanks for having us. It was fun.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Well, if you want to hang around for Ubisoft, that's awesome. So hang out, guys. If you're in the chat, we'll be back in about 20 minutes time to go over Ubisoft, and we'll see you guys then. See you in a bit. Take it easy.
Have a good one.